Ooh. Zippity-doo-dah. That's a little different of a psst.
It is a little different of a pist because we do not have beer today. No beer today.
No beer. That sounds like a terrible thing.
It's not a terrible thing.
I agree.
It sounds like a terrible thing, but it's not a terrible thing because it is so damn hot out.
Damn hot.
I mean, we're under, what do they call it? A heat
Heat advisory.
No, we got a heat dome over the U.S.
Oh, a heat dome.
We got a heat dome.
It's different than a chrome dome.
It's different than a chrome dome,
Thankfully,
but it's...
neither you nor I have the chrome dome.
Thankfully, but it's hot.
Still have hair.
It's hot. It's damn hot.
It is hot. It's horribly hot.
Yeah,
dangerously hot, actually.
It's over 100 degrees out. So, if you're seeing this on video, you note we are not outside on a deck today. We are hiding in my basement.
Well, we would have had to have gone out at like 8 a.m., which we only do once a year.
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's Day is the only time we try to not start drinking at 8 a.m. before that. So, yes.
Not healthy.
So, but we're not going to drink beer today.
No.
We are going to drink hard kombucha.
Yes.
And hard cider. Yes.
So give people an alternative in the hot, or if you're just, I hate to say this, you might get a little burnt out on beer. Yeah. But we are kind of tempering that because...
That's kind of a strange concept for me.
But hold on, though. I have a point there because we have these kombuchas and the ciders. The cider we have has hops in it.
That's true.
Because we're hoppy dudes.
Because we're hoppy dudes.
And the kombucha we have, one of them has hops in it.
Has hops in it.
The first one we'll taste does not, but it is, what's cool about the first one, it is if you're trying to get rid of, the girth.
The girth.
The creeping girth.
Yes.
This is helpful.
This is helpful.
Right?
Yes.
Because beer does not get rid of the creeping girth, unless you're drinking light beer, which is basically water.
Which you might as well just get a glass of water.
Exactly.
But, yeah, so anyway, all that said, so we're going to try some kombucha. We're going to try some hard seltzer today, some hard kombucha.
Yeah.
Not just regular kombucha, and we'll get into that in a couple of minutes.
And we'll even talk about what kombucha actually is.
Yeah, we will.
Because some people don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a big kombucha fan myself.
You're a kombucha
hard
fan?
and soft, not hard and regular. My kombucha's soft.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I
don't even know what the hell that means.
Yeah.
Before we get into that,
I want to talk real quick a little bit about, this is something I want to add into our little podcast.
Yeah.
Which is cool things we're watching or listening to. Like movies, TV shows, or music.
Yeah, okay.
Or shows, live shows we've seen that are cool. Right? So, so you go first.
So the latest live show that we saw that was cool, and that's the thing that jumps to my mind, is we saw America.
Right, which ties into our podcast.
Which, does tie into our podcast.
We'll tell you later.
Yeah, but we saw America down here at the Capital One Hall. Not the Capital One.
Not the Lee Hall.
Yes, and not the Capital One Arena down in D.C.
No,
the Capital One Hall over in Tyson's Corner. We saw America, and they were awesome.
Really awesome. And again, with these older acts, right? They've been around forever. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You could get a bunch of old guys who suck.
You
could get a bunch of old guys who are fantastic.
That's true.
And in this case, we got one old guy who is still the original member, the singer of America, who was absolutely fantastic. And his band that he put around him was double fantastic.
They rocked it.
A lot of energy there, really cool. And if you do see them on their tour this year, I recommend you go see them if you're an America fan, right? If you
yeah. I mean, if you grew up like, we did. Like, I remember just back in the 70s, like laying in bed at my grandmother's house with a transistor radio she just let me borrow, and like listening to the radio, and you hear these America songs, and she had no air conditioning, so the windows were open, and it was like,
I mean,
it's very nostalgic.
Well, interestingly too, at the show we learned that they formed in the UK.
Right.
Their parents were stationed there.
Yeah.
Were military stationed in the UK, and they formed in the UK, which I was like, they were talking about. I'm like, what are they talking about? They're America.
Yeah.
And which is, I guess, why they got kind of popular, because the UK was like, what's this?
Yeah.
This isn't the Beatles. This is something else.
So it was cool. So okay, what about you?
Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about movies, right? And I think you'll agree with me on this one. I just saw with my wife, we watched was Project Hail Mary.
Oh yeah.
Which I recommend to anybody. That is a really good show, sci-fi.
Yeah. Actually, Linda and I went to the movies to see that. We did a date night and went and saw it on the big screen. And it was awesome. Yeah, that's a good
really
movie.
Cool. Yeah, it is really good. I recommend that highly.
Yeah.
And some of the shows I've been watching. We watched The Night Manager. We have the second season coming here.
Oh, we started watching that last night.
Yeah, it's a very good show. And The Night Agent, which you can get confused, is a very good show. That had a new season out too. That's a cool show about spy stuff, which is kind of fun. So.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, and then of course we had America, and before that we saw Pete Yorn.
Oh, and that was good
too. The Birchmere, which was first of all, the Birchmere was really a great place to see people, and Pete Yorn was fantastic.
Oh yeah, the Birchmere. Yeah, if you're in the DC area, or you can visit the DC area, and you can go to the Birchmere to see a show. Oh yeah, it's a like smaller, intimate kind of music hall. It's awesome.
But it's a food. I mean, they serve you food at your table.
At your table. Oh, and great beer selection.
Great beers in pitchers. You can order a
pitcher of beer. Yeah,
it is cool. And I'll tell you a little funny story. The first time, one of the first earlier times we went there, the server was coming around, and I saw a lady, and she was going to take take our pitcher away. She goes, "Oh, you might want to. There's a little bit left in there." And I looked at Lee and I said, "She must be from Pennsylvania." And sure as shit, her parents were from Catasauqua.
Catasauqua, right?
And I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
If you don't know us, you haven't listened to the podcast before. We grew up in Whitehall, Pennsylvania. Yeah. It's a township
in the Lehigh Valley
in Pennsylvania, and Jerry was in West Caddy.
Yep.
He was I was
across the bridge from where her parents grew up.
Yeah, this is all part of Whitehall Township, and Caddy is across the river.
Yeah, Catasauqua. So it was really funny because that whole rule of we just don't abandon alcohol.
Yeah. She was like,
"Don't." Yeah. I was like, "Oh, she was," and she was like, "You got to be kidding me." I was like, "Oh my God!" It was a really funny moment.
It was a really funny.
We laughed, we cried.
Hugged.
Yeah, exactly.
But speaking of Whitehall, Pennsylvania, we were there last weekend.
We were
there last weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. My father passed away, as I said in the previous thing, and we had the service. And we got to see a lot of great people.
Got to catch up with people. Saw people I haven't seen in like 20, 30 years.
Yeah, and it was very well attended beyond what we thought. We had an estimate for a number of people, and there were way more people came to see my dad off, which I thought was really touching and cool.
It was very touching. It was, and you and your sisters gave nice tributes to your dad, and it was great. It was all good.
As a matter of fact, during one of the I was doing my tribute. And some really weird shit happened, if you recall. I didn't see it because I was facing away, but there was a table behind me with photos, and there was a flag because he was a veteran in a frame, triangular frame, and the urn was in front of that. And halfway through my little eulogy, the flag tips over and hits the urn, clunk, and everybody was like. And then a little later, one of the pictures falls over, like just slaps over. Yeah. It's like, my dad's here and he's throwing shit around. Yeah. He's being a dick. Yeah. It was great.
So it was good. It was a nice weekend, but I'll tell you what, there was one like really awkward moment.
And that's what this podcast is.
And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Awkward moments.
In addition to sampling some kombucha and some cider, we're going to talk about awkward moments. Yeah. And this, I'll try to be quick with this, but this was a really awkward moment. We went up, we got there Friday night. Yeah. Because the service was on Saturday.
Right.
And on Friday night, we went to this private club called the Sagerbun. Sagerbun. Yeah. There's an N in it.
I know, but
it's not pronounced. Okay, whatever. So it's the Sagerbun Club, and it's great. The place is awesome in Copley, Pennsylvania, which is right there. It's a Whitehall, Copley,
the metropolis of Copley.
Copley, Pennsylvania. And we went there, and we were told when we got there that hey, there's a bunch of people. It's a private club, so we had to your sister and brother-in-law got us in because they're members, right?
And Marty and Mike, who were on the Hawk Mountain podcast. My brother-in-law and his friend Marty.
Yeah,
everybody was there.
Yeah, they sponsored us to come in as guests. Yeah, and so it was great. But we were told, hey, a number of people from Whitehall you may know are members here, and oh, by the way, there's people that you graduated with, right? That are members here. Yeah. And they kind of rattled off some names. Okay, great, that's fine. And then we go in, and we're hanging out, and we decided we're going to get some food, we're going to get some more drinks. Yeah. So we go up, And I went and stood in the food line while you went and got
a pitcher of beer.
Yeah, right. And then you came over and joined me in the food line. Now, while I'm sitting in the food line, I'm sitting there and I'm just looking around, and I see this guy, and he looks like somebody we graduated with.
Right.
And the guy's first name is Richard. He went by Dick in high school.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in probably 40 years, right?
40, yeah.
Yeah, but I was told, he's a member here.
Right.
Like we were told that before. And so I'm looking at this guy.
So we're on the lookout for Dick.
Yeah. So I'm like,
We're searching for Dick.
I don't know about that.
But
that could be taken differently. But so I'm standing in the food line. I see this guy, and then you came back over and I said, "Hey, I saw Dick," and I'm not using the last name here.
Right.
No last names,
right.
But and I said, "There he is," and you looked over and you said,
that looks like him.
That's him.
Yeah,
that's
him. I imagine him 40 years later.
That's him. Yeah, okay.
Passable.
Yeah. And so with that, he goes off into the crowd. We get our food, and we go back to the table. And then later, I'm going I got to go to the restroom, so I'm going towards the restrooms, and he's standing there right by the doors to the restroom. And I walked up and I'm like, "Hey, Dick!" And the guy looks at me, and he gave me this look like,
classic.
Like, what the hell? And I'm like, "Hey, Dick,
aren't you Dick so-and-so?
Aren't you Dick so-and-so?"
Right.
And at this point, I extended my hand, he's shaking my hand, he's like, "No."
No.
I said, "Oh, seriously, come on, I'm, Lee Hall, I graduated, from Whitehall, and we graduated together." He's like, "No, I'm not, that's not who I am." I'm like, "Well, maybe you're related to me or something, are you Dick Jr.?" He's like, "No."
Young Dick.
And he looks at me and goes, "What year did you graduate from Whitehall?" And I said, 1982. He goes, "I was born in 83.
And I'm like, that dude was born in 83? Oof.
But,
he's been living a rough life, man.
But all I got to tell you is, I was like, "Oh, sorry, wrong guy."
Wrong, sorry.
He was
Excuse me.
He was nice about it. He's like, "Oh, that's okay, no worries." And I moved on, and I came back and told you about it. I'm like, "That's not him." But think about this. First, I walked up and said, "Hey, Dick." And then, after insult, that's a potential insult if your name's not Richard.
Yeah, you just proved how old he looks, too.
Yeah, and now it's like, hey, we're 62 years old. Uh-huh. And this guy was born the year after we graduated, and I'm telling him he looks like that guy. So he's what, 40 years old, and he looks.
Your name should be Dick.
Yeah. So that was awkward.
That was rough. Yeah, that's awkward. It's awkward.
It's awkward, but it's not the first awkward moment in our lives, and it won't be the last.
No.
Before we get into more awkward moments,
I'm thirsty, man.
Here,
it's hot out.
All right, it is hot out. Here, I'm gonna pour some of this for you.
Oh, you're such a nice. You're not a dick.
I am not a dick.
But you play one at the Sager Bun.
Exactly.
By the way, Sager Bun is a cool place.
By the way, I got a question for you. While we open this drink, what is a Sager Bun? I mean, where does that name come from?
It's an Austrian private club, for drinking beer and eating good food.
Well, that's what it is there in Copley, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But I have here a little bit more background.
Look at you.
Sagerbun, the word is German for Singers Alliance or Singing Society.
Oh, wow. They do have polkas there on Sundays.
Yep. It's a traditional German-American choral society, typically. Wow. In the D.C. area, here in D.C., down in D.C., there's the Washington Sagerbun.
Oh, no shit.
Which we ought to go try to find.
Yeah, we got to find that.
And it's the oldest operating choir in the U.S., founded in 1851.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. Now, the Copley Sagerbun, which is where we had the misidentification of Dick.
We had the Dick issue.
We had the
the Dick problem.
The Dick problem. The Copley Sagerbun, I did do a little bit more background on them. I looked at their website.
Yeah.
They were formed in 1917.
Okay.
By a small group of immigrants from Austria, as you said.
Right.
They basically wanted to come together to, create a private social club there in Copley.
Yeah.
That would kind of, continue to promote the German-Austrian heritage.
Right.
And, they're organized around like, music and like having acts and all that.
Yeah. And there was a band there when we were there too. That was really cool.
And like you said, they do continue. On Sundays, they have traditional Austrian and German music.
Yep.
And then like on Fridays, when we were there, they had a great band.
Yeah, real good. Yeah, I wish I knew their name.
I wish I could remember the name of the band. I wish I could have caught it.
They were kind of a country band, but they played a lot of Bon Jovi, like kind of countrified Bon Jovi, which I actually really enjoyed.
Actually was really cool.
All right, what are we drinking, buddy?
All right, so what we're drinking now is Flying Embers Prickly Pear.
Yeah, Prickly Pear Hard Kombucha.
Hard Kombucha.
So yeah, this is, and so the cool thing about this, I wanted to talk about it a little bit. I'll hold this up here. Ooh, there it is. It is 6.9% alcohol, but it's 0 sugar and 0 carbs. So if you're kind of going for that keto kind of stuff, or trying to, like I said, lose the girth, this is a real nice alternative, and I think it's tasty as hell.
It is tasty.
And I've tried a lot of hard kombuchas, and I don't like them, except for this one, Flying Embers. I fully endorse. They're really good. Well,
so let's start here. What's a kombucha for people who don't know?
It's a fermented drink.
Yes, and
it tastes good.
And it tastes good.
Yeah.
Well, I got something on that too.
Sorry,
because I had to go look.
Came up short.
I had to go look it up. It's actually a tea.
Oh, it is a tea. You're right. It's a fermented tea.
It's a fermented
Correct.
tea.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah, it's a fermented tea, right? Typically, either it can be black tea, green tea, whatever.
Right.
And it is fermented with SCOBY. Do you know what SCOBY? Not Scooby, not Scooby-Doo, not Scooby-Doo, but SCOBY. Do you know what SCOBY is?
Is it a bacteria?
SCOBY.
Or an organism?
All right, so I gotta read this.
Tell me what SCOBY is.
Symbiotic. It's an acronym.
Okay.
And it means symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast.
Bacteria and yeast.
It's a culture of bacteria and yeast.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they usually use wild yeast, bacteria.
Okay.
To put this together.
That's cool.
And typically, it's very low alcohol. The typical kombucha is like 0.5% alcohol.
Oh, the
non-alcoholic.
Right.
Yeah, that you can
qualify as
that you can get anywhere.
Yeah.
But a hard kombucha, which is what we're drinking today, this Flying Embers, it is a hard kombucha. And the hard kombuchas tend to run between 4 and 8% alcohol. Like you said, this one was a 6.9.
6.9, yeah.
Right. But what they do is they do an extra fermentation with a secondary sugar source to like pump up the alcohol.
And in this case, it's blue agave, which is like a tequila type ingredient, right? And then lime. They throw some lime in there too.
Oh no! This one is not the blue agave. Remember, we're drinking the prickly pear.
It says with blue agave and lime.
With blue agave and lime.
Yeah.
Okay, so they do put some blue agave in this.
Yeah.
But their main fruit is the prickly pear.
Oh, the cactus.
Cactus. It's cactus. Yeah.
With blue agave. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Prickly pear, cactus with blue agave, which is tequila, kind of when the tequila ingredients, and then lime.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's kind of cool. It's a really interesting drink.
Yeah. So Flying Embers was founded in Ojai, California, which is in Ventura County, northwest of LA.
Yep.
But they were purchased in 2024 by June Shine.
June Shine, that's right.
Yeah. And June Shine and Flying Embers were the two biggest hard kombucha producers in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
So at that point, when they purchased them, they then controlled 63% of the market in the U.S. Yeah. So that's where you got to go. You want to get some hard kombucha.
Okay, I've had June Shine. I don't like it nearly as much as the Flying Embers. I think the June Shine, kind of took up their brand a notch by purchasing these guys, because these guys are I've had them for years, and I think they're really good. And if you get tired of a beer,
we've had these down at the beach too. These are very good because they're very. I mean, you look at the color on that.
Yeah,
it's like
little cloudiness,
but straw. Yeah, definitely.
But no hops in this one. The next two will have hops.
No.
Because we're hoppy dudes.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like you said, it's a 6.9%. So how would you describe the taste? I mean, light-bodied we talked about.
Interesting. It's hard to describe because it has that the the agave, the tequila kind of feel to it. You know, that back of that little peppery tequila in it. You know.
Yeah.
It's a little sweet, a little on the sweet side, but there's no sugar.
But there's no sugar,
which is crazy. I don't know how they're doing this. It's actually quite amazing.
Some people describe it as perfumey. Do you get that?
No,
I don't.
I wouldn't say perfumey. No, it's more earthy to me. You know, it has like that earthy agave, cactusy greenery kind of. You know, almost like a green lettucey kind of taste to it.
Yeah. Well, other people say it's pungent. I don't get that either. And I'm going off the notes that I saw on Untapped.
Pungent. I can get a little pungency.
A little, yeah.
I can get that.
Okay.
There's not much of a nose. Very little. Kind of almost a skunky nose, actually.
Almost,
smell it.
yeah.
But not gross, but like in almost a hoppy way. But there's no hops. So I guess that's from the prickly pear. You know.
Yeah. So, and by the way, do you know what another name for the prickly pear fruit is called?
Dick.
No.
Sorry.
Tuna.
Tuna?
Tuna.
They call the prickly pear fruit tuna.
Tuna.
That's confusing.
Yeah.
Whoever did that is a dick. I'm just going to say that.
There's a theme here.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually,
the dick episode.
And last weekend, after
you get the banana out.
It's upstairs. After we had the incident at the Sagerbun Club with the Sagerbun, with me making somebody else
making a dick of yourself.
Yes, making a dick of myself.
Yeah.
And the whole weekend, then everybody was like, anything that went wrong. Dick probably did it.
Dick did it.
Dick probably did it. Yeah,
it's all Dick.
Yeah, he was in the background forever.
He's responsible for every bad thing that happens.
But how would you rate that on a scale to 1 to 5? I know you've had this before.
I'm going to caveat this because this thing has the zero sugar, zero carbs thing is a big deal.
Yeah.
And to have something that tastes this is pretty delicious. I mean, it's a good tasting drink.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
You know, and you could actually use this in other mixed drinks too if you wanted to. You know.
Yeah, you could.
Like
mix
if you wanted to make it something
else,
a little kooky, you could have
absolutely.
Put a little tequila in it. You could do. I mean, it's actually a really good base of a thing. So I give it a 3.5.
3.5.
Because I like that it's so low in it's got no calories.
Yeah.
So you can kind of like party on with this, you know, and not worry about being a big load.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a big worry for us right now.
It is.
Anyway,
we fight the girth.
Yes, exactly.
We're in a constant struggle.
Against the girth. But yeah, there were only 63 reviews. You probably have to go on and give it.
I'm surprised there were any.
Yeah, I have
shocked,
to go on and give it a review.
Yeah,
but you said 3.5.
Yeah.
The average was 3.48.
Oh,
so you were right in there. You're right in there.
I mean, again, beer drinkers, if you want to switch to something a little different and again, good a little better for you, a little lighter.
Yeah.
The only drawback is it's a 6.9, so you got to pace yourself on this one.
Yeah.
It'll knock you on your ass.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can't be slamming this like you do a beer.
Yeah.
Well, you could.
Well, you could,
but
actually, you very well could.
Yeah, you could
it's so
because
light.
it's light and it's delicious. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
all right. So moving on here. Let's get back into awkward moments.
Awkward.
So, anyway.
What do you got?
Well, I don't know. What do you got?
What do I got?
Yeah, what do you got?
Oh, shit. Okay, I got a couple here.
Well, here, you got something. You were telling me something, because we started talking about this after we came out of the awkward moment, the dick moment.
Yeah.
And you started talking about like a funeral.
Yeah. So this is we're not to bring you down, but we got some funeral stuff.
Yeah.
So many years ago, a relative of mine, very nice fella, he passed away, and in the middle of an ice storm was when the service was, the funeral, and they had
this was in Pennsylvania.
This is up in Pennsylvania, up in Allentown, and the pallbearers were carrying the casket across the cemetery during the ice storm, and they all fell and dropped the casket and went sliding away. I mean, it literally went sliding across the cemetery. They had to grab it. I mean, it's not.
Oh, not at the cemetery where we used to sleigh ride.
Not that one. No.
I was gonna say, if they dropped the casket there, it would have slid all the way down the bottom of the hill.
This was in Allentown, and it was relatively flat, so it just kind of went a little bit.
Right over into the Lehigh River.
No, yeah, that would have been really bad. No, it was not there. Thank God, because and you know, the people carrying it could have gotten hurt, and it slipped and fell, and it was like it was a sheet of ice. And it just added insult to injury.
The person in the casket wasn't going to get hurt. They didn't give a shit.
No, they didn't care. But no, it's just such a moment. You're solemn, and all of a sudden people are falling, and the casket's sliding. It's like, Jesus, you got to be kidding me. I mean, the poor guy. His name was Louis, and it was like, it was the nicest guy.
Wait, Louis was the
person in the casket.
In the casket.
Yeah, this is maybe 30 years ago or so, 30, 40 years ago. Maybe more, maybe 45. But I just remember the moment was just so, talk about awkward. People like, oh my God, this is not happening, and it's just such a sucky, tragic thing to have happen at a sucky, tragic moment, just like, just hit me.
It's already a tragic.
Yeah, it's already bad.
Yeah, it's already
just make it worse.
A cheery moment.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right. Well,
bad karma, I guess. No, but no, he had no bad karma. The guy was just saying, he was sweetie.
Okay. So. Well. I think I can one-up you on that funeral story.
Let's go.
In terms of awkward moments.
Let's go.
So this was many years ago. A friend had passed away, mutual friend.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know who I'm talking about, but
yeah.
But again, we're not using real names here. And by the way, any resemblance to people real or past is purely coincidental.
Correct.
This friend of ours, he passed away, and he was a younger man. Passed away certainly before his time. It was tragic, and his family had him cremated, and they were going to intern the urn
Intern the urn.
Intern the urn, yeah. I guess that's how you say it.
Yeah.
In a burial plot, family burial plot.
Right.
And so I remember being out there at the cemetery, and the priest came out and did his thing, and they had already dug the grave where they were going to lower the urn in. Yeah. And this was like, I guess maybe it was a porcelain urn or something like that.
Yeah, ceramic.
And they lowered the urn into the hole, into the grave, and they invited everybody there to come up and because where they dug the hole, they had a pile of dirt there.
Right.
To come up and grab a pile of, grab a handful of dirt and
throw it in.
Yeah. And kind of like last respects kind of thing, right? And so my kids were all young at the time. Like I said, this was not quite 20 years ago.
Yeah. Right.
And I remember my youngest was right in front of me, and I'm kind of like got him by the shoulders, and I'm guiding him. I'm trying to explain to him what to do, because they all want to go up and do their, participate in this. Okay.
Do their thing.
Yeah, do their thing. And he bends down to the dirt pile, and I didn't realize it. He didn't get a handful of dirt. He got a rock.
Oh no.
And as I saw him release the rock from his hand into the hole, I was like, it was like one of those slow motion moments where like, oh, yeah.
That's a good awkward moment.
Yeah, and the rock hit like right on the top crown of the urn and put a hole the size of a quarter in the freaking urn. Jesus. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, I'm standing here now, and you can hear an audible gasp from everybody there. It's like, oh!
Desecration.
Yeah.
Humiliation.
And I was like, what do you even say? And like,
Jesus.
Like I said, this was a younger man, so his father was standing there, and I just looked up at him like, sorry, dude. Like, my kid just broke your son's urn.
It's like the Animal House, like he smashes the car.
Sorry. And, oh my God, this was the most awful moment, and to the credit of the father, he just goes, well, I think you just released his soul into heaven.
There you go.
And everybody went, okay. Yeah, and that was it. And that was the end of the moment. But that was like, that was like, funeral awkward moments, man. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, we through the years we've had lots of awkward ones. We talked about one before with my friend Joe and his dad getting drunk and bringing the backhoe down and trying to terrorize us and getting it stuck on the rocks.
Oh, yeah.
And all the hydraulic hoses popped off and I was with Richie Pants and there was just mockery of the kid's dad and I felt bad for Joe because Joe was just like, fuck.
No.
He was just like, oh, Dad, no. He was so embarrassed.
No, I mean, there's lots of
shitty moment for him.
Awkward, shitty moments in life. But and I'll tell you, and I don't know. You may want to edit this one out, but
what?
You may want to edit what I'm going to say. But hey, Tommy, if you're listening, your brother-in-law.
Oh no. Yeah, that was a little awkward. My daughter sure read him the riot act. So my brother-in-law did some.
No, I'm talking about when you gave me your wife gave me your dad's urn to carry out when we were leaving.
I was thinking of another awkward moment my brother-in-law pitched.
No. I'm talking about when we were carrying the.
No, we don't have to edit this out. This is actually
and I'm standing there holding the urn.
Yeah, he's got my dad.
Now it's raining, and I'm holding the urn, and it's in a felt bag. Like the urn has been put into a velvet bag, and I'm standing there holding it.
Yeah.
And you went to get the car because it's raining.
Right.
And I'm standing there, and your brother-in-law comes out. And I forgot about this too. And
this is great.
So we started talking about like awkward moments. Mm-hmm. And he looks at me and goes, "What you got there? Bottle of Crown Royal?"
Yeah, it looked like the velvet thing from the Crown Royal. So
he looks at me and goes,
like, "No.
What do you got there?" And like I'm holding it like reverently.
I've got Jerry's dad.
I said, "No, I've got Jerry Bruns Sr." And he starts laughing and he goes, "Oh, you're serious? Oh, no, sorry." Dude.
Yeah, my brother-in-law has the habit of trying to be funny and not grasping the situation, and it just goes horribly wrong generally.
And by the way, we know he listens to us because he told us.
Oh, okay. Hey.
So, Tommy,
if you're listening. Sorry, dude. You made it on the podcast, buddy. But it was funny. I mean, again, it was
funny.
It's actually a funny comment,
Yeah, it was actually a funny comment. But anyway, no, we're not. I'm not.
To his credit, it did look like a Crown Royal thing.
To his credit, it did. But like,
and knowing us, you might be reverently holding some Crown Royal because you're going to drink it later. You don't want to drop it.
Hey, we're like leaving here. We're going to the luncheon afterward. I'm drinking the Crown Royal.
What do you know?
Oh, all right, moving right along.
A good one.
Give me your glass. All right, so now we're going to move along to our second tasting. We're going to go to cider.
And we're getting into some hops now.
Now we're getting into some hops.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Potters Passionfruit Mosaic.
Right, so we're going from the West Coast, Ventura, all the way over to Charlottesville, Virginia, kind of near where we are here, Charlottesville. So, and by the way, I suggest when we go down to Charlottesville in the fall here, or in September, we hit these guys up. And
we should.
If we can get a little interview with them because I'm a big fan of this cider. There's hard ciders, and we did the Wild Hair. We did a broadcast from we interviewed those guys. But I've kind of fixated on these guys, and these guys are and for the reason I love is that very similar to the Prickly Pear here. We've got this cider here is a 5.5% alcohol cider with mosaic hops, right? And it's 0 sugar. Again, if you're trying to, mirth the girth, this is a great alternative because it is not super sweet. There's no sugar, so it's not sweet.
No, it's not.
And
it's not sweet at all.
It's tempered with some hops to give it a little bit of a bitterness there that it kind of reminds you of a beer, but it's a cider. And again, I don't like sweet ciders at all. I am completely against sweet cider. So what do you got there, buddy? What do you taste?
No, that's really good. It's very hoppy.
Oh man, take the nose. Wowza, that's got some good hops there, and this is dry, right? This is dry cider. This is not sweet shit.
No.
This is good dry cider, and this is a great alternative to a beer. I think this is fantastic.
This cider, it's the Potters Passionfruit Mosaic.
Mosaic.
So it's infused in the fermentation with passion fruit pulp,
right?
And then it's dry hopped with mosaic hops,
which is crazy, right?
Thus the name.
How many ciders have you ever heard of that are hopped with that are hopped? Period.
There's a hoppy cider. That place we were at in Stanton, Virginia.
Oh, Ciders from Mars.
Ciders from Mars. They had a really
that's
hoppy.
The other cider I like.
They had a really good cider.
Right. Now,
it was very hoppy.
And it's nice. This is 5.5%.
Yeah.
So this one's going to not knock you on your ass. It's beer-like.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not a beer. Mm-hmm. And it's got the low sugar. So you're not. This is a great. Honestly, I think this is a great beach beverage, to be honest.
It is. It is.
This thing's gonna sustain you nicely in a hot weather, and it's refreshing, and the hops are just amazing in it. I mean, I think this is a masterpiece, to be honest.
It is really good. I do really like the hoppiness of it.
And it's not gentle. I mean, this is
no. This is not gentle. It's hoppy.
It's like an IPA almost. It's an IPA cider almost.
Yeah. So I mean, you've already said dry and hoppy, but what else you get there? How about tart?
Yeah, tart. Sure.
There's almost like a sweet tart taste to it.
And passion fruit has that kind of earthiness to it that's really goes well with the hops. I think they knew that, because it just works really well. This is and it's crystal clear. Straw colored and crystal clear.
That's even like less than straw.
That's even less.
That's like almost. No, I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah, just
like
slightly yellow.
Dirty water.
Yeah. Like it's insane. It's
and I don't say dirty water in a bad way. That's the color. So where do you rate that? This has 1,800 reviews on
okay,
tap.
that's quite a few.
Yeah,
I give that a 4. That blows me away.
All right, so you love it. I mean, you're a little bit higher than the average. 3.57 on a scale of 1 to 5. So
I think that's good.
Not bad. Not bad.
But that's a really good. I mean, again, I'm particular about ciders, right? I don't like sweet ciders. I like dry, and these Potters, this isn't the only one with 0 sugar.
Oh no!
Almost all the Potters that I've been buying, I have at least 4 different ones that have 0 sugar.
Yeah.
That's insanely cool.
It is.
I mean, and again, I've had some ciders, some dry ciders that it's like they waved an apple over it. It's like seltzer with an apple waved over it. That's bullshit. This has good flavor, has good passion fruit flavor, has good apple flavor in there. There's a little bit of the apple in there.
Yeah.
And then it has the hops, and I think it's a damn masterpiece.
I think it is a really good cider. Yeah. So I mean, and this is an interesting thing actually, because people talk hard seltzer, hard cider. How do I know the difference? And it's kind of weird how it's categorized. I know here in Virginia, like if you're a brewery, you can make a seltzer, but you can't make a cider.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, you got like seltzer is
cider's like a wine.
Cider's like a wine because it's from fruit.
Beer is not made from fruit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's very interesting. Like it's the bureaucracy of categorizing. It's
the bureaucracy.
Just stop categorizing it and just let people do their thing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, but I think it's more like a wine.
Oh yeah.
It would be categorized because you're taking like wine. You take grapes and cider. You take apples and you squish them up and you make this.
But I'm just talking legally in terms of producing.
Sure. Yeah. Understood.
Who cares? Just like, okay, you're gonna make wine. You're gonna make beer. You're gonna make seltzer. You're gonna make whatever. You gotta get a license. Fine, but just make it like a license.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
But I like this stuff that's made from fruit. I'm not a huge fan of seltzers, because a lot of them are not made. They're just made with shitty alcohol, like malt beverage kind of stuff. And no, I don't care for that.
Oh, I'm with you. Like if I'm gonna drink, I just want a beer. Yeah,
a beer or a wine or a cider. Yeah. Or a kombucha, made from fermented ingredients.
A whiskey drink, a lager drink, cider drink. Yeah.
Kombucha drink.
But anyway. So let's get back to awkward moments for a minute. So I remember you talking, because when we were talking about like awkward moments, you were talking about your bright orange car.
Oh yeah, so maybe some of you don't know, I used to have a 1965 Dodge Coronet 4-door, and it was powder blue when I inherited it or was gifted it by my father. Had a slant 6. It was a really cool car. Would have been running today because the engine would never have stopped. Unfortunately, the body was rusting out, right?
Yeah.
I would come out every day and there'd be a new piece of the floor on the ground. They're like, oh shit. So I decided to put some plates in the floorboards to keep my foot from going through like the Flintstones.
And it would have been cool if you had a Flintstones car.
No, you'd lose your leg because you'd go through and whoosh and be gone. But so I did that, and then I had to pass inspection. So I kind of helped sanded down the rust, and then I went to the hardware store and bought the most of a color they had to spray paint, right? To spray paint this car. And the color they had the most of was like tractor orange.
Because that's the least needed or desired
correct
color.
So I bought all the tractor orange that they had, and I went back and I spray painted my powder blue Dodge Coronet to tractor orange.
When was the last time you were driving by a farm field and you saw somebody driving an orange tractor?
Well, this is the 80s, right? So this is the 80s. So yeah, they were still around in the 80s. I don't know. What the fuck?
If you're hunting from your tractor and you want to make it match your cap.
It was called Tractor Orange. I'm telling you, the name of the paint was Tractor Orange.
Okay.
So I bought Tractor Orange.
All right, I'm just gonna let it go.
So I spray painted this car Tractor Orange, right? Yeah. And I thought, well, let's get artistic about it. And I spray painted all the bumpers flat black. Why not? Orange and black. I'm a Flyers
You're
fan.
a Halloween guy.
I know, Halloween guy, and I'm a Flyers fan. I'm like, I'm going orange and black, man.
All right.
Philly Fanatic would have been, or the Gritty would have been proud of me, man. I painted my car like a Flyers emblem.
Well, yeah,
and so this was but it was a good car, you know, and I was trying to preserve it because it was. And remember back then I had long hair. You know, I had this weird ass.
You were a long-haired hippie
musician.
freak.
I was a crazy new wave musician, which we're gonna get about in an episode, 2 episodes. Hey, Ripsaws, right? Used to be a lot. The Ripsaw Chronicles is coming. Sorry, it's taken long, but it's a lot to unpack here, and I'm working on it. However, I had several bands, and this car got me around, and so
got you around what?
All around the East Coast, man. Yeah, because my wife and I were dating, and she was at Maryland, I was in Allentown, and I used to drive down and back, and the car kept on chugging. It was a good car.
Okay.
So we have some real awkward moments because of the way it looked. The first was meeting my wife's father for the first time. I parked it out in front of their house in New Jersey.
You pulled up with this like hunter cap, orange car, and he's
oh my God, he's got an orange car.
Holy shit!
Oh my God, he's got long hair. But we ended up being really good friends. He was a great guy, and it all worked out really well. So I proved to him that it wasn't a dick. Back to the dick. No, I proved to him it was all good. And so, but that wasn't even the most embarrassing, the most awkward thing. So the first one actually occurs in New Jersey. Okay. And here's the story. So this is a bit. So buckle up. I was with my wife and her sister and some other folks and a drummer, a guy we were new to who's going to be our drummer in our band. And he had some friends in the back seat of this car, which seats about 20.
How many people? I was going to say, how many people you got in this car?
This is a 4-door Dodge Coronet from 1965. You could sit 3 or 4 across the back and about 3 across the front. Okay. So we had me and my wife in the front. We had 3 across the back, right? Yeah. And I said, look, you guys are going to have fun tonight. I'm going to drive, and I'm going to be your DD. I'm not going to drink. Yeah. And I didn't.
Oh, right.
And I have to tell
very responsible of you.
The first part of the night was a very fun night because watching people get drunk is actually very entertaining because people get silly, and it's kind of funny. And I had a good time until we got in the car and went to the next bar. Yeah. And then halfway to the next bar, I see blue lights behind me, and I pull over. Yeah. And the policeman in New Jersey gets out, and he comes over, and I'm trying to remember the town, Randolph, I think it was Randolph. He comes over to the side of the car and says to me, "You got a taillight out." And he's a African-American.
Almost sounded like, boy, you got a pretty mouth.
He was an African-American policeman, and he says, you have a taillight out. And I said, oh, okay, thank you for telling me. And then he pulls his gun out. Actually, he walked to the other side of the car, and then he pulled his gun out in my wife's face.
Nah.
And everybody in the back doesn't know what's going on because they're kind of tipsy, and they're being smart-ass dicky people. And I had to turn around and go, shut the fuck up right there. This guy's got his gun out.
Yeah, like this
and he's like, everybody out of the car.
This isn't a moment to be dicky.
Yeah, this isn't a moment to be dicky. Everybody out of the car. I'm like, dude, can you tell me? Just get out. Like, okay. So we all get out of the car. And everybody, hands on the car. I want to see your hands, blah, 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 blah. He's got his gun out, and he calls for backup. 2 more cop cars come. Guys come out with their guns out. We're like, oh, Jesus, we're going to get murdered. Here's my thought. This guy murdered a policeman, dressed up like him, and is now going to kill us all. That's my first thought, because I think, a little creatively and dramatically.
Yeah.
Like, we're all dead. But finally, the people in the back did shut up and got out of the car and behaved. And then he storms around. He's carrying on, and he goes into the back of the car, and he reaches under the seat, and he pulls out this gun. Mm-hmm. Right? And it's not a gun, it's a BB gun. It's like a really shitty BB gun from like 30 years ago that my grandfather had. And it doesn't even work. It had broken years ago. Yeah. But we used it as a prop. Remember, I'm in college,
You're filmmaking.
I'm filming, and sometimes we need a prop gun, and this thing worked pretty well as a prop. I mean, if you knew anything about guns, you'd know immediately it wasn't any kind of a real gun. Yeah. But for me, it worked, but I forgot about it. It had fallen under the seat. He pulls this thing out. He's like, what's this? And him being a cop, he should have known this is not a real firearm. And I looked at him, and I swear to God, I actually chuckled. And I said, that's a BB gun, and it's broken. You can't even, I literally said this to him, you can't even shoot your eye out with that, which I think pissed him off. And he goes, well, where'd you get it? I said, from my grandfather probably 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, he stormed off. And then he came back and he wrote me a ticket for a taillight out. No. And he let us all go. And it's like, you almost shot us because my taillight was out. And because my car looked funny to you, Talk about profiling, It's funny because it's a reverse. A black guy profiling a white. And the people in the back seat, some of them worked on like Wall Street and were from very wealthy families. It was actually kind of funny. They were slumming it with me. So it was a very odd moment. Very odd thing, which could have ended very poorly because that guy could have sneezed and actually shot any one of us at any time. And it's a shitty position to be in when law enforcement, which is ice and all kinds of shit, where you're at the other end of a gun and any little wind blowing the wrong way could get you killed. And for nothing. I mean, literally. I haven't had a drink. I hadn't had a drink the whole night. I swear to you, I did not. I was a DD. I just thought it'd be fun to experiment and watch people get drunk. Yeah. And I hadn't had a drink the whole night, and so and I think that aggravated the policeman too. He couldn't get me on drunk. He couldn't pick you up on anything. He couldn't get me on anything other than the taillight out because the BB gun. Well, he confiscated. I'm taking this. I'm like, knock yourself out, buddy.
Have
a good luck using it. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Whatever.
So that was an awkward, rough moment for me and a bunch of people.
Oh, that's awful. No. But other awkward moments. Like I had talked about, awkward moment with my kid. Well, it was awkward because of his action. And then there was awkward moments like when we were teenagers, and we talked about this. Yeah, we talked about this one because we talked about this.
Yes. Yes. I didn't know this. I did not know the aftermath of this, though.
You didn't know the aftermath of this.
But I never heard this until you told me.
I know. When we started talking about like awkward moments,
funny, actually,
after the dick incident of the Sager bun. But I mean. There was an awkward moment with my mom, and this was basically, my parents were going somewhere, and I don't remember the details at this point, This is like 50.
You're probably going up to New York
40 years ago
for your mom's weird job.
No, because she had retired by then.
Yeah.
But my mom and dad were going somewhere, and so it was the classic, like they're going out the front door, my friends are bringing the keg in the back door at the same time. And we had a party going at the house, and some friend. This was when we were in like early high school, like 9th grade or something.
Right.
And some friends,
or 10th,
9th or 10th, somewhere in there. But a lot of people weren't driving yet or whatever.
Right.
And so people walked over.
Yeah.
And there was a group that came over, a couple guys, a couple girls, and they cut through a cornfield on the way, and they brought I don't know, about 18 inches.
Was it tic-tacking season?
No, it wasn't. Well, it was getting close, but they brought, like, it was kind of towards the end of summer. They brought the end of a corn stalk, and it was like maybe foot and a half, 18 inches worth of a corn stalk.
Right.
And they just brought it, and they're like, oh, it's like we're bringing flowers. Oh, yeah, come on in.
Pennsylvania flowers.
And
that's good.
Yeah, and so we had this party, and everything goes fine, and no issues, and ushering everybody out. It's like, all right, time to clean up. But what happened during the party, down the basement, we had 2 sofa beds down the basement, and somehow, for some reason, one of the sofa beds got pulled out.
Gee, I wonder why that happened.
I don't even want to go. I don't want to go down that road. But
horny teens.
A bunch of horny teens. God damn it. But so things get cleaned up. People help clean up. My parents come home. Everything's cool. No problem. Like no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
And like 2 months later, because my mom would get into this like maybe once a quarter, she would like do a thorough cleaning of the house.
Yeah.
Like clean everything, open up drawers, clean up that, and
hose it down.
Yeah. And I came home from school one day, and I walked down the basement, and here's the corn stalk sitting on the coffee table in front of this pull-out couch. And I'm like,
you mind explaining?
And I was like, crap. I can't not take this, pick this up and take it out and throw it away. What am I gonna do? Let it just sit there? So I pick it up and I go upstairs. And as I'm going upstairs, I'm trying to just quickly sneak out and throw it in the trash.
But you should have done prison style. You should,
But obviously it's been seen at this point.
Mule it out of the house.
Yeah. But my mom looks at me and she goes, "Yeah, found that folded up in the couch."
Uh-huh.
I said, "Yeah." She goes, "How do you think it got there?" I'm like, "I don't know." And she was like, "Okay." And I walked out and threw it away, and I just kept on going. I went out, and there was nothing ever said about it again.
Your mom's son's got some weird sexual habits.
Boy's got some weird habits.
He's got a weird fetish for corn cobs.
More like corn.
Corn porn. It's got corn porn.
Well, it's that cornhole. No.
Good one.
But
my friend, that was good.
So anyway, we're at a point where your glass is empty, my glass is empty, and we need to move along here. And we should just move along after that one.
All right, this is the big one.
All right, this is the big one.
This one might make us woozy.
Woozy. All right, so here we go.
Big ass. Look at it. First off, it's 16 ounces.
16 ounces, and we're going
back to California.
We're going back to California.
Back to Flying Embers, right?
Back to Flying Embers, back to California.
I'll let you pour that in mine, too.
All right, yeah, I'll pour for you. Thanks. So we're back to Flying Embers. And by the way...
We may want to just split this one.
Nah. That's
why I like you, my friend.
It's a Friday night.
It is.
We got no place to go tomorrow.
It's hot as shit outside.
Yes, hot as shit. You don't want to go outside. Ain't got no place to go.
Damn.
But yeah, so this is the Guava.
Guava Citra.
Guava Citron.
Now,
Citron.
Citron or Citra?
Citron.
No, Citra. C-I-T-R-A. Citra.
I can't read my own writing then.
No, you can't. Citra. Which is a hops.
That's true.
Right. It's a Citra hops.
But this one is an 8.5.
This is a big ass goddamn kombucha.
Yeah, so cheers.
Hard kombucha. This one's going to make you happy, right? Oh man, that is good.
That's good.
That is really delicious. That's got hops.
It's
got the guava, right? The guava taste, that kind of tropical.
Yep.
But it's got the hops in there, so it's not overly sweet. This is not one of those ones to keep the girth down.
Oh no.
This has got calories. This
has got everything.
Booze. This sucker is tough. But it's delicious. So remember, we had this at the Outer Banks a couple of years ago. I brought this down, and you were like, "That's really good." You loved it. Yeah, this is really delicious.
This is really good. It's very
cloudy.
It's cloudy and it's very effervescent. It's
bubbly as hell.
Bubbly as hell.
Yeah, it's really good. I think this is one of the best hard kombuchas I've ever had.
Oh yeah.
Except you got to pace yourself with this one. This is a lot of kombucha here. This is a big one.
Yeah, this is a big one. But it's really good. So you already said citrusy.
Yeah.
You think it's sour?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little sour, yeah. But that's the guava, right?
Yeah. And hoppy?
Very.
Yeah.
Very
pretty hoppy, yeah.
Citra hops, yeah. Nicely done.
Yeah, some people.
But I think it's to me it's balanced. You know.
Yeah.
Like there's a good balance there. You know, the hoppiness flows nicely.
You know, some people say piney. Do you get piney? I don't get it at all.
I do not get any pine. There's a sweetness there, so you gotta temper yourself. This isn't a beer, right?
Right.
This is a kombucha, so there's a sweetness, but there's also a vinegariness, right? A little bit of a.
I don't know about that.
There's a little bit in the back there.
Wait, let me try.
Try it. There's a little bit of vinegar in the back there, and a lot of kombuchas can be vinegary from the fermentation.
Maybe.
You see what I mean? I mean, just a hint.
There's a little bite in the back.
A little bite in the back, yeah. A little sour bite. They said sour, yeah. Which is vinegar, right? Vinegar sour.
Yeah, but no, that's good. So how do you rate that one?
Oh, that's a 4.2. I think that's amazing. That's a really good kombucha.
All right, well, this has 576 reviews, which is interesting for a kombucha, right?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Hard kombucha. 3.51 average.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, a little bit less than you give it. I do like this one. I'm more with you. I think 3.51 is
a little low.
I think that's a little.
This is high quality stuff.
Yeah, I think
Ventura.
Yeah, I think that's a little low.
Yeah.
So, but anyway. But yeah, so all right. So while we're drinking this, got another story about awkward?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember. Yeah. Go ahead.
I can give. I had another one with the car, but that's kind of old. We kind of did that. You know? Yeah. And I got I got pulled over again with police in Maryland, in the same car.
Yeah.
So, but they were actually they were nicer about it. Yeah. Which I like. But yeah, we've already done that. So.
Yeah. But let's circle back to your dad.
Let's circle back to my dad.
So,
my dad played in the house band at Mount Airy Lodge in the Poconos in Pennsylvania, and back in the '60s and '70s, a lot of big comedians came through there. And this one particular comedian, I won't mention his name. He was I'm a big fan. A big fan of this guy.
From what you said, he's a famous comedian. Famous
in movies too. I mean, this guy was the real deal. And one of the things he would do.
And again, this was at the Mount Airy Lodge in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
in the Poconos.
Yeah, in the Poconos. One of the things he would do at the Mount Airy Lodge was he would dress up like a waiter and wait on people, and then go up on stage and say like, "You suck. You tip terribly. Your wife is hot." Like he was really funny. Like he was a very creative, funny comedian.
Yeah.
And my dad really loved him, and we, as a family, we thought the world of him. But my dad was there the night he passed away, and what happened was, he had been the waiter, and then he had gone up on stage, his usual gig, right?
Yeah.
And he was, doing his routine, and he had a heart attack and fell down. And
on stage,
and people thought it was part of the act because he had a very irreverent act. So nobody came to help him. And he passed away on that stage, and it was a very awkward, bad situation that my dad witnessed.
Dude, that's like the ultimate awkward,
right? It's like
you're watching somebody die, and
they're laughing.
Yeah.
They're laughing at his death. I mean, talk about the worst, most awkward thing you could possibly imagine. I think that's about it.
Can you imagine you're in the audience and you think this is part of the gig?
And this is funny, and
this
you
is
realize,
part of the act.
oh shit, he died.
And it's like, oh, you're dying,
Yeah, no.
No, you're dying. Oh man, that's
a rough one.
That's a rough one. That's a rough one.
Yeah, my dad was there that night, and he told us the whole story. He's like, oh Jesus, that's just awful.
That's awkward and morbid.
To bring everybody down.
Oh, okay. Well, I got one.
Bring us back up.
I got one more. I got one more for you. I got one more awkward moment for you. So when I was working, I used to have to, go to these conferences, industry conferences, government-sponsored conferences, a few times.
Exciting shit,
yeah. Kind of thing that makes you want to gouge your eyes out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I remember I was down at a conference in Tampa, Florida. Mm-hmm. And
the intellectual center of the world.
Yes. And it was at the Tampa convention center.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, okay, my hotel's not that far from the convention center.
Yeah.
But I had walked from the hotel to the convention center that day earlier.
Yeah.
And it was hot as crap, kind of like it is today.
Right.
And I was like, I was soaked by the time I got there.
Right.
I had to go in and go to the men's room and get paper towels and wipe myself down before going into the conference.
You were dewy.
I was dewy, yeah. And so I'm like, okay, I got to go out. I got to get back to the hotel, get myself changed, because let's face it, a lot of the business that gets done at these conferences gets done in the evenings at the evening socials and all that. So I'm going to go back, get myself changed, get myself ready, go out to the socials, and go out to the, as I used to tell Linda, it's like the, hi there, damn glad to meet you moments. Right. Hi there, Lee Hall, damn glad to meet you moments, where you just shake people's hands, kiss babies, whatever. But anyway, so I come out of this convention center, I'm like, okay, I'm not walking back to the hotel.
Yeah.
It's too hot. And so I call for an Uber.
Yeah.
Now I'm standing out here in front of the convention center.
Right.
Other people are starting to come out of the convention. It's not done yet, but I got out of there a little bit, try to beat the crowd.
Yeah.
And it's also rush hour.
Sure.
So now I've called an Uber. And my Uber app tells me I'm going to get a Toyota Corolla, silver Toyota Corolla. Right. Okay, cool. And I'm waiting, and on the Uber app you can see, and nothing against Uber, okay, I love Uber, I take it all the time, I use it all the time, but I'm looking at the this is my problem, not Uber's problem, but I'm watching the progress of the car that's coming to pick me up, and I'm like, like, this guy's gonna be here in a couple minutes, he's 2 blocks up, 1 block up. And now I look up, and supposedly, according to my phone, he's like 1 block up.
Yeah.
And about half a block up, I see a silver Toyota Corolla.
Sure.
I'm like,
it's your car.
There's my car.
Yeah.
And I think in Florida you don't have a plate on the front.
No, probably just on the back.
On the back. Yeah. So I didn't even see the plate, whatever. And it's like bumper to bumper traffic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, traffic's like crawling along, whatever. And I'm like, well, the GPS is not necessarily accurate. Yeah. So I go walking up a few cars, and I'm like, I wave at this guy in the Uber vehicle.
He waves back.
And he waves back. And I open the door and I get in. And I said, hey, and he's like, really hot out today, huh? I said, yeah, it's really super humid. I said, can't wait to get back to my hotel and get changed. I got stuff to do tonight.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and he smiles. He goes, I'm not an Uber driver. And I was like,
and he said, hey, is your name Dick?
I was like, this is not the ride I'm looking for.
Yeah, there you go.
I was like, dude, I think we got a mistake here. I think he's making money.
Yeah.
But it's not by giving the kind of ride that I was looking for.
Yeah. Well, on that note, like us.
Yeah, like us. Share us.
Let's be friends.
Yeah.
Not those kind of friends.
Yeah. I got out. Wait. No, I walked a half block back.
Yeah.
And I saw the right car.
Oh, okay.
I come up and I'm like, hey, are you an Uber driver? And the guy looks at me like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, come on.